Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the semi-final match of the Asian Invitational Sepaktakraw tournament between Malaysia and Singapore. Let us welcome the players and officials into the court.
Morning and Minglabat from Mandalay, Myanmar. My name is Zachary Ibrahim and I'm at the J Pagoda Park to catch the semi-finals and final to the second Asian Sepaktakraw Invitational.
Representing Malaysia, in jersey number 11, Zulfindiz Sumari as captain. In jersey number 2, Muhammad Kamal Aizat Azmi. In jersey number 4, Abdul Muhammad Che Bongsu. In jersey number 3, Aslan Alias. And in jersey number 1, Muhammad Faiz Ruslan. Coach, Ahmad Ezat Muhammad Zaki. And team manager, Muhammad Rashidi Nordin. Representing Singapore, in jersey number 15 as captain, Muhammad Farhan Aman. In jersey number 21, Muhammad Ikmal Kasbula. In jersey number 14, Muhammad Daniel Hamdeno. In jersey number 12, Nuramin Shaharudin. In jersey number 11, Muhammad Shafiq Jurami. Coach, Mr. Lichminon Mariapan. And team manager, Mr. Abdul Sarip bin Naharawi. Officiating for our first semi-final match, Chief Referee, Thin Take and Hui Thin. Official Referee, Kao Zhou. Referee, Tan Zhao O. Assistant Referee, Kao Shin Keng. Line Referee, Mat O. And Line Referee, Men Leng. At this point, may I invite our guests of honor, the President of the Asian Sepaktakraw Federation, Datu Abdul Halim bin Kader, accompanied by Mr. Azad Sorab, President, Iran Sepaktakraw Association, and Mr. Tot Keng Wei, Assistant Director, Ministry of Sports, Union of Myanmar, to be presented to the players and officials of the first semi-final match for the Asian Sepaktakraw Invitational Tournament. Sirs, please.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You're now watching scenes here, the second Asian Sepaktakraw Invitational. Dato Abdul Halim bin Kader, the president of the Asian Sepaktakraw Federation. The federation that put this tournament together, meeting all the players before the match starts. He's accompanied by Mr. Azad Sohrab, the Iran Sepaktakraw Association's president, and of course Mr. Tut Kainwe, assistant director of the Ministry of Sports of Myanmar. Dato Abdul Halim meeting all these officials and players. He'll be no stranger to them, of course, being at the helm of the Singapore Sepaktakraw Federation and also holding a Dato title for a Singaporean, not a very common thing. In fact, we're just about to watch Singapore play against Malaysia. We call this a friendly tournament, but whenever these two teams meet, there is no love lost between them. I'm very excited, folks. I think you should be too. With that, I think the VIPs are about done. The players, officials, and the VIPs are gathering in the court to take a quick photo. Malaysia's world number 2, of course, in the ISTAF Super Series ranking, second only to Thailand. Singapore in position number 3. So in terms of a matchup, on paper, of course, it's going to be a close game. It must be said, though, Singapore have sent a younger team with some of their players making their tournament debuts at this second Asian Sepaktakraw Invitational. We've got a good game ahead, folks.
Thank you very much, sir. shake hands.
We are just about to get underway. The players are in the center, well, the captains are in the center of the court doing the coin toss. Decision is made to stay as they are. It's a starting lineup for Malaysia. Number 4, Zul Muhaimi Che Bongsu, the striker. Number 2, Ntekong Muhammad Kamal Aizat. Asked me, watch out for a beautiful drop shot. The Singaporean players will have to look out for that. Number 11, Zulefendi Sumari, the captain. Inspiration, covering all corners of the court and setting up his striker so brilliantly yesterday. Number 3, Aslan Alias, and Muhammad Faiz Roslan in reserve. Here, of course, starting lineup for Singapore. Number 14, Muhammad Daniel Hamdino. Many fantastic spikes yesterday from him. Great performance from a debutant here at the tournament level. Number 22, Ntekong Muhammad Iqmal Kasbula. Look for his towering frame. Very accurate serves throughout the day yesterday. Number 15, Muhammad Farhan Aman will be the feeder for this team. Most experienced player in the lineup. Technical officials for this match, everyone from Myanmar, of course, the host nation, Hiatain Taik and Nguyen, the chief referees, official referee Shaw Zo, referee Tan Zo U, assistant referee Chor Shang Kai, line referees Miato and Min Hai. Early in the morning, but we're already starting to see people coming here, gathering at the Jade Pagoda Park to catch their action. Myanmar fans, of course, are well aware that the team will be playing Lao right after this match for a place in the final. Now, you must understand, folks, a bit of a bias for me here. I am, of course, from Singapore, and I'm very excited to see Singapore play Malaysia in any sport whatsoever. And a sport such as takraw, Malaysia's national sport, well, both teams will be dying to win, let me tell you that. look out for Malaysia doing their warm-up. The towering figure of their number 2, Muhammad Kamal Aizat Azmi. Very, very beautiful serving technique. Puts a lot of spin to it. Having a lot of backspin. The ball drops quickly. Even when you get a foot to the ball, very hard to keep it under control and knock it up without it flying in some weird direction. You'll see what I mean when the match gets underway.
Football, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sepaktakraw, Malaysia.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Tanzor U running through the players. Just about ready to go. Official sign position. Players in position.
All right, Malaysia. All right, Singapore. We are a goal. Ready? We are ready. What's that? Singapore stop.
Here we go. Singapore serve. There we go. Malaysia on the ball already. Abdul Mahami, Chebong Su, spike early on.
Ready? Stop. One. And fight, take the ball. One, off. One, Malaysia. Start over. Two, one. One, Malaysia. Three, one. Fight, take the ball.
A well kept in play there.
3, 2.
Gets so much spin on his serve. Beautiful, beautiful. Spike there from Daniel Hamdino. Malaysia player gets the block in but can only deflect it out of the court.
Ready? 3, off.
Another devastating serve.
Point. Malaysia.
Great block there by Abdul Mohami Chebongsu. Read the jump and the eventual sunback spike of Daniel Hamdino.
3, 4.
Oh, referee didn't spot that, no. And Sepaktakraw, of course, it's against the rules to make a block, to make contact with the ball
Point. Malaysia.
if the ball is in the opponent's court, like it was, as you just saw. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous sunback spike again. Marcus Bula gets his thigh to it, but can only watch it drift out of play behind him. 3-5. Got his head to it well, but can't get it back in. Well, 1 point. Very close here early on. Good to see the youngsters from Singapore keeping pace at the moment with the more experienced heads in Malaysia. Ooh, good serve. Dealt with well there though by the Singapore captain Farhan Aman. Daniel Hamdino shakes his head. He knows he should have done better there. Unable to connect at the right moment, seeing the ball creep under the net. 6-4. Muhammad Kamal Aizat Azmi fails to get the ball over the net. 6-5. Does a lot better with that one. Dealt with decently. Oh, just wide there with his spike. Pretty difficult. It's quite a distance away from the net. And there are 3 positions for those of you watching Takraw for the first time. 3 real positions for each player, for each team rather. The tekong, or the server, normally the tallest player on the team. Give him a good angle. Always trying to aim for a very tight, acute downwards angle, make it more difficult for the opponents. As Iqmal Kasbula tries to there this time, claiming responsibility. Got a very cool head on his young shoulders. You'll see a smile break out on his face usually, but I imagine due to the opponents, his bitter rivals Malaysia. Very serious look in their faces this morning so far. Oh, beautiful drop shot. Malaysia's captain is well aware though. Couldn't set his teammate up well enough. Sunback spike well off the mark, closer to the advertising hoardings. Still, Malaysia lead, 6-8 the score. And the setup from Zulafendi Sumari. Abdul Mohami with a lot of work to do, was quite far from the net. So as I was saying, the feeder on the team is a player who sets up the spike. Specifically, he tends to cover the most ground across the court, trying to get the second touch out of the three touches, of course, before you have to get the ball into your opponent's court. Well, the striker normally is the most agile player, capable of doing flips in the air. It's a very good serve from Muhammad Kamal Aizat Azmi. Serious look on their faces. Interesting to see. Like I said, you can call it a friendly tournament. When you get Singapore and Malaysia in an arena together, the word friendly tends to go out the door. I was chatting with the Singapore boys yesterday, and some lovely anecdotes, or Also lovely, I guess, about some of the matches they've played with Malaysia over the years. They're very excited about this game. Good serve there, clips the net.
White, take the blue.
We're happy with himself. Good to see a smile break out on his face. Catches it on the tip of his inside. Clipping the net and dropping over. Not much the Malaysians could do about that. Here comes the setup and the spike. Beautiful spike. Right into Ikmal Kasbula's knee. Very difficult, of course. He was positioned quite close to the net. Had to move his momentum towards the ball, away from the net, and send the ball back across. Beautifully timed jump. Beautiful spike. Singapore serve. Another good serve, but well dealt with by the captain of Malaysia. Just as well set up for a spike. And Singapore players will be looking to Muhammad Farhan Aman, the number 15, Singapore's captain. Started playing Sepaktakraw in 2004. The most experienced head in the Singapore team in this tournament anyway. Malaysia opening up a 2-point lead. Another good serve. If you look closely enough on his serve, you'll see he gets so much spin behind it. And I imagine that's what they're going to discuss right now during this timeout. So Abdul Sarid bin Naharawi. Meantime, Mr. Muhammad Rashidi Nordin having a few words of his own for his team. It's a nice chilly morning here in Myanmar. It's my first time here. I never knew the temperature could get quite as chilly as this. I think we were at 18 degrees when we first arrived here at the Jade Pagoda Park. An interesting climate we have in Myanmar. We are, of course, playing in an outdoor arena. And we're ready to go.
Right. Take a blue.
There we go. Quite happy with that one. That was beautiful play from Singapore. Set up beautifully by Farhan Aman for Daniel Hamdino to come up with a finish.
White, Malaysia.
Malaysia responding with a good point of their own. Singapore to serve. Last serve went into the net. What can he do with this one? Beautiful. Shows how it's done. Increasingly confident with his services, especially after the first game yesterday. Once again clips the net, so difficult to deal with. Both the players, all 6 players you see today are normally quite jovial on the court. Not seeing much of that at the moment. Another beautiful setup. where the feeder and captain Dulafendi Sumari gave his striker Abdul Mohami great angle to spike downwards, right on the line. It looks like that toss though from the Malaysian captain was a bit high, left his take-home with too much to do and can only send it wide. 14-14. The frustration creeping in on his face. That's a good serve though. Straight to the Singapore captain. Here's the spike. Well blocked by the number 4. Fault over there. I think it might have struck Abdul Mohami's hand. Let's take another look at that. Yeah, there you go. Must have hit his shoulder, his elbow. Good spot by the referee. Well, there's really nothing you can do about that. Ball strikes the neck, maybe at the halfway point of the ball. All the pace goes off it, trickles over on the other side of the net. Singapore players can only stare at each other. There's nothing you can do. Still, what a close match. 15-15 in the first set. Good service. Ball comes back. Malaysia's take-home could only launch it high, but not in good enough position. It's very difficult, of course, heading away, trying to strike the ball back over his head to set up Abdul Mohami, but not enough there. Another timeout. Plenty of Myanmar fans already here. If the turnout is anything like yesterday for their last match of the day against Singapore, it's probably for the best that they came early. We were packed right to the rafters of this second Asian Sepaktakraw Invitational. Good morning, how are you?
Good, I'm fine.
Singapore actually 1 point ahead right now. Great showing from the young boys. Double substitution about to be made here for Malaysia. So of course spells trouble. Muhammad Faiz Roslan is quite the player. You could argue he's the star man in the Malaysia team. It'll be interesting to see how Singapore deal with this. Singapore serve. Good serve, fantastic. He puts a lot of spin on it. You can see from the follow through on his right leg. All that spin to the side, catches it right on the corner. Not a lot of pace, because all the momentum was sideways. Singapore with a 2-point lead. He does it again, but doesn't clear the net this time. It's a little shy. Trying to set up for the spike. Unsuccessful though. Could have capitalized. Could have said Azlan Ali has made a mistake. We're just hitting it back over. Setup came a little disappointing there from Farhan Aman.
20 all.
17 all. Of course, playing to 21 points. Good serve. Oh, beautiful, beautiful spike there from Daniel Hamdino.
AD. A. Point Malaysia. Over. AD off. Point Malaysia.
Malaysia pulling ahead. 2 more points to earn. Singapore respond.
Ready. AD 90.
Here comes the setup. Surprising miss from Aslan Ali as he cracks a ironic smile on his face. He knows he should have done better there. He normally does. A little late with his swing. $19 all.
AD off.
Here comes.
Point Malaysia.
Spike didn't carry too much pace, but I believe Ikmal Kasbula was unsighted by Daniel Hamdino's block. Couldn't react to it in time.
Point
Set
20.
point Malaysia.
90. A. Point Malaysia.
Great way to get a set. Beautiful ace right into the corner of the court. You can smile about that for sure. Been a close fight so far. Only 2 points separating Singapore and Malaysia. At the end of this set, players change their sides.
Pressure. Win. Malaysia. 21. 2 minutes left.
Well, there we go. Malaysia taking the first set by 21 points to 19 in this semi-final. The second Asian Sepaktakraw Invitational. ISS number 2 versus ISS number 3. That, of course, is the International Staff Super Series. The premier Sepaktakraw League, if you will. Some highlights. One of the many beautiful spinning serves from Malaysia's take-on. Kamal Aizat Azmi. Nice little rally, good back and forth here. Singapore's captain doing so well to keep it in play. Unfortunately, Daniel Hamdino couldn't get the right contact on the ball. He did get the right one there though, making up for the earlier error in the blocking and Well, of course, you have very little control over where the ball goes when you block it, but that one ended up right in the corner to get Singapore the point. You can see just on the contact, just how much spin is in that ball. So difficult to control. Singapore did put their work in. I was speaking to the players after their defeat against Myanmar yesterday, and they became aware that they had to play Malaysia. They did single out Muhammad Kamal Aizat Azmi's serve as something to watch out for, with all that spin on it. The players have been called back to the court. Malaysia in their huddle. Singapore at the line. Captain offers a word of encouragement. He spoke of having to guide these younger players through the tournament with more than a decade of experience. Doing a decent job so far. A decent serve. Not the best setup. The Singapore captain there, Daniel Hamdino, forced very, very wide, almost into the referee's table.
No.
And the setup for the spike. Aslan Alias managed to get a knee to it, but only succeeding in sending the ball out of play. Singapore's point. Rose beautifully for the sunback spike. If you're wondering, folks at home, what's the difference between a roll spike and a sunback spike? Well, on the sunback spike, a player hits the ball but swings his leg outwards away from his body. Oh, very well read by Daniel Hamdino. He saw the hesitation, the Malaysian players decides to get his head to it. The slightest of touches, enough to send the ball down into Malaysia's side of the court. Aslan Alias not jumping, thinking he was going for the jump. Going for the spike, I beg your pardon. So yes, as I was saying, the sunback spike is when the player spikes, but with his leg moving away from his body. The roll spike, of course, you will see a rolling movement. Malay-speaking players call it lipat or fold, as the body folds as you do the spike. Try and point it out if we see one. Willa Wongsa from the Lao team seemed very adept at it yesterday, very, very accurate with his spikes. You'll see him in action later. Iqmal Kasbula's shot goes straight into the net. 3-3. Service comes in, devastating serve, clips the net. Caught Iqmal Kasbula on the back foot. spike. Didn't really get his right position. Oh, sharp sandbag spike from Aslan Alias. So good at that technique. There you go. You can see it open away from his body. His foot wrapping below the ball. Catching it with the instep.
3, 6.
Oh, beautiful serve from the 20-year-old Ikmal Kasbula. Very, very calm. Such a cool head on his shoulders, if you pardon the cliche. But really, perhaps you're not seeing as much of this in this match. As I was saying earlier, these Malaysia-Singapore games tend to see the players forget that it's a friendly. Once again, what a good serve.
Malaysia, coming over.
What a good serve. Ikmal Kasbula cracks a smile. He knows that was a difficult one to stop. Malaysia take the lead.
Seven, 5. Right, Malaysia.
Malaysia have a 3-point lead now. Singapore must try their best to win this next point to avoid Malaysia running away. Oh, disappointing touch there from the Singapore takeover. He shakes his head. Disappointed with himself. Wasn't the most difficult ball to deal with, but he misjudged the spin. Might have caught him on the ankle. Singapore's coach, Mr. Abdul Sarib, seeing the danger of Malaysia pulling away a 4-point lead now, has to stem the flow of these points in Malaysia's direction. Oh, look at that. Oh, just about ready to see their country in action. It's good to see so many people present so early. Took maybe till about afternoon, maybe 2 or 3 o'clock over the last 2 days of this tournament to see this many people here at the Jade Pagoda Park, but not even noon yet. The crowd is here. Fantastic. Beautiful, outstanding serve from Muhammad Faiz Roslan. Sharp and downwards and full of spin. You just cannot stop those. Not enough spin or speed on that. Malaysia capitalized. The experience and class starting to shine through.
Yeah, really.
He really is very good. Sunback spike. Oh, caught the net. Caught the Malaysia captain off guard. He looks disappointed with himself. see a bit of the trash talking and the taunting, the teasing starting to come out. Oh, well dealt with, but he can only send it back to Malaysia's court. They have another chance to set up the spike. Here it is. Get it right this time. Well done, Aslan Alias. I know Hamdino is in a good spot to block him, but he read the position of his body beautifully and managed to get the ball over him. Oh, what a serve. So much spin. Singapore's captain only smiles in bemusement. Cut right across the ball there. What a gorgeous, gorgeous. Does it again, and it comes off again. Wow. Well, if you can do that every time, there's really not much any player in the world can do. Look at this. Using the sole of his foot to just slice under the ball. Right in between all three players. Tries it again. Can't quite see whether it came off from here. Oh, almost. Almost indeed. 7 points behind here, Singapore. Decent serve. Didn't allow Aizat Azmi to, beg your pardon, Aslan Alias to set up his own spike. Too much spin. The idea is to send the ball high in the air so you can position your body correctly. Serve into the net this time. Singapore need to keep a cool head here. This is what I was talking about earlier, letting Malaysia gain momentum and a bit of a lead. Oh, that's beautiful. He did this so many times yesterday, Iqbal Kasbula, just placing the ball right in between two players, looking at each other to deal with it. The sweet spot, I like to call it. Similar to what you see in doubles tennis, a serve right between two of the opposition players. Oh, beautiful serve right into the corner. Daniel Hamdino must have assumed it was going out, ducking out of the way. It's well within the court, it turns out. Another good serve. Singapore's captain sets up well though. Trips the net. Oh, beautifully dealt with by the Malaysia captain. Well earned point there by Malaysia. Smiles break out. Zulafendi Sumari dealing with the net shot, using his heel on the outside. A chinlor move, if you will. You see a lot of that later on today. Setting up Aslan Alias, and of course, he answers with a finish. Malaysia showing why they're world number 2. Beautiful cross-court spike. Still plenty of room for Malaysia to allow 1 or 2 of those and take this match. Need a mammoth comeback here from Singapore to get something out of this. Oh, another well-placed spike. Right down the middle. I believe he caught that one with the outside of his foot. Let's see that again if we can. A little bit out of the shot, can't really tell, but from the flight and the spin, that's my guess. Decent service there, forcing an error out of the Malaysian team. Oh, they can afford to smile. They got a lot of room for error at the moment. Singapore still 7 points behind.
Point.
He's disappointed with himself there. Puts up a hand of apology. Starting to look a bit deflated. Malaysia can win this match before the service changes over again. 2 more points for them. This one goes out though. Here comes the serve. Lots of spin, a little too high for him to get the right touch. Referee spots it this time. Aslan Alias's foot crossing over the Singapore side of the court. He was going for the block. Couldn't resist the temptation to get to the ball first. Referee says he crossed the line. There you go. 6 points apart here. Nice drop serve. Daniel Hamdino reads it though. Can he finish? You bet he can. Malaysia's captain gets his thigh to it, but only sees it spin out of play. Well, they're making some ground up. Still plenty to catch up though.
14, 19.
Decent serve, but here comes the spike.
Point, Malaysia.
Here we go. Match point for Malaysia now. The flexibility and agility to bring your momentum upwards with that leg. You assume he's right-footed. He's been using that the whole day. Jumping with that foot and then getting it above his head and outwards is just astounding. There he is, match point. Surprising there. Of course, he's smiling because they're still on match point. Singapore have 6 match points to go to catch up.
15, 13.
As much as I'd love to see that happen, you get the feeling it won't.
Point, Malaysia.
And there we go. Malaysia 2-0 victors. They move on to the final. A valiant effort from the Singapore boys. Especially in the first set where they ran Malaysia 19-21. In fact, when they first started the match, Malaysia decided to play some of their less experienced players. After a while, they decided that the game was too close, so they brought their more experienced heads on, and they showed their class and experience in the Sepaktakraw court. Malaysia showing why this is their national sport. 21-19, 21-15. Malaysia proceed to the final. Singapore out of the tournament. Decent showing though for the young boys. This experience from this tournament will serve them well in the upcoming games. The Astaf second Asian Sepaktakraw Championship should be next month in South Korea. Decent moments throughout the match. Some beautiful points won by both teams. Particular highlight was Zulafendi Sumari's outside flicker the heel to set up Aslan Alias. We'll see if that comes up on the broadcast. I hope it does. I'd like to see that point again. Many successfully executed sunback spikes from Aslan alias Malaysian striker. Did well there to stoop low enough to get to that ball. Couldn't finish it off though. Ball kept coming back immediately. Myanmar fans are waiting patiently to see their country take on Laos. It's gonna be a good match, folks. The young and old have gathered here. In case you were wondering, you may have noticed many of the Burmese women and children, and even some of the men with the cream-colored powder solution on their face. You might see in one of the close-ups. If you look at the lady in the red hoodie in the third row, you can see a slightly paler hue on her cheeks, along with the child on her right. What you're looking at is something called Tanaka. It's a traditional beauty product made from the root and the bark of a Tanaka tree. They're believed to have healing properties for the skin and provide some form of sunscreen for the burning Myanmar sun. Very traditional country, of course. I mean, in Asia and of course throughout the world, we see all kinds of. It's not uncommon to see women with fancy-looking makeup or things like that. But quite often, you only see it in a situation where they want to show it to tourists, almost like an exhibition. You would never see them on a normal day wearing it, but as you can see, there's a boy over there, the yellow hat, he's wearing it as well. Myanmar is a very traditional country. You still see them sticking to their old days in many ways amongst the progress they've made as a nation in the past year. They've done a fantastic job hosting this tournament, this second Asian Sepaktakraw Invitational. This is in the middle of our second Asian Chinlone Championship. We had one day of that on Tuesday, with two events being played, with another event to be played today after the Regu competition, the Sepaktakraw competition ends. You haven't seen Chinlone. Definitely one of the more interesting sports. It's a circular arena. Not often you see that with a ball sport. Here they are, the fans are eagerly waiting, as they should be. Some very, very good players on both sides we're about to see today. One of the most feared Tekongs in the world on Myanmar's team. Huge cheer when he came on yesterday. You imagine you'll see the same thing this morning. There you go, the Tanaka on these lovely ladies' faces. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Ibrahim Minglaba from Mandalay, Myanmar, the Temple of Cities. These beautiful drone aerial shots showing you the Jade Pagoda. This arena is named after. We're at the Jade Pagoda Park, of course. Beautiful structure. I saw it for the first time up close last night. It's amazing, you know. You see a very low-lying flatlands. If you look at the horizon, you just see that one little mountain ridge behind, and that's about it. You can see almost the horizon on land. I've never seen that in any part of the world. But as you look around, especially in the drive from the airport to the main town center of Mandalay where we're staying, it's impossible to look at any direction and not see some pagoda sticking out in the distance, and not many in this beautiful city are as gorgeous as that one.